Hi guys. So I wanted to come back on here today and continue our little confidence talk. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about finding inner peace. So I wrote down some notes here so that I could stay on point. But first, I wanted to say thank you to you guys who watched my little confidence rant and appreciated it. So that meant a lot, and thank you. So first thing first, what I wanted to talk about when it came to inner peace are two things that I find really important. Now, finding inner peace is a long journey. It is not something that you're just going to have happen overnight or something that is just going to come to you and you're going to be super enlightened and then all of a sudden you have inner peace. Inner peace is something you have to work at every single time, especially when you're put in tough situations where it's testing your inner peace. You know what I mean? So the first thing that I wanted to talk about was figuring out, and I'm going to focus on two things today. I'm going to focus on things that make you pissed, things that make you mad, and things that make you sad. So first off, I'd like for you to write down, you don't have to do this now, but write down the last time that you were pissed. Write down the last time that something just ticked you off. And I'm not talking about the guy behind me on the highway was tailgating me and it pissed me off, because that does piss me off. But I'm talking about something that really just gets in you really deep, that puts you in just the worst mood. And I want you to think about that. The next thing that I'd like for you to do is now think about your past, because I think a lot of times, in general, not a lot of times, our past is completely reflected in the adults we are, in our thought process, our subconscious, everything that we have been built comes from our past. Now, for instance, and I'm going to go ahead and be vulnerable on here because I feel comfortable doing that. So don't come for me because I will bite back. No, but the last time that I was pissed, I felt as if I wasn't being heard by whomever I was talking to. I'm not going to name names. So I felt as if I was speaking a different language to this person. They were not understanding my point. They were not giving me the time of day to even explain myself. That is the last time that I was really pissed. Now, to think back to my childhood. So, long story short, when I grew up, I changed schools I changed cities once, and then I changed schools, obviously, within that time frame. So I had like 3 different schools that I went to. Well, in my earlier school, so the first school that I went to, I didn't notice it at that time, but I do know it now, that there was a little bit of racism that went on. So I don't know what happened there. So I'm Filipino and Pakistani. And at the school that I was going to very early on, I used to get called a lot of different crazy names. They used to call me Gandhi, which call me Gandhi now. I'm super proud of it. I have the same birthday as him. But they used to call me Gandhi. I never felt a part of any groups when I was growing up. I was always different. I was not enough of this or not enough of that. And I got picked on a lot for that. And what I did when I was younger, I shut down. I didn't speak a lot. I was really shy. When I moved to another school, that's when I kind of broke out of my shell a little bit. But within that time frame, I felt really neglected and really put down for who I was, and not given a chance to be proud, especially of my culture and my race. So when I think about that, that is something that has definitely left an imprint in the way that I act as an adult. Now, going back to the person that pissed me off and why it pissed me off so bad, because I wasn't being heard, I can connect those dots. The reason that this is triggering me so much right now is because I did a little bit of my inner work. And when I was younger, I went through that phase of not being heard and feeling neglected and being put down and feeling ashamed. Those kind of thoughts, I think, kind of rumbled up when in that situation when I got pissed. Now, this is just an example. You could do this with anything. Anytime that you got sad, anytime that You start feeling feelings that you don't like jealousy, or if you're comparing yourself with somebody, where is that coming from? And the reason you want to figure out where it's coming from and how it affected you in the past is because then you can now know, okay, I feel this way because of what happened in my past. Now what can I do to change it? What can I do now to rewrite that story and rewrite the narrative inside of my head? So going back onto the story of being pissed, this person is making me feel not heard. This person is making me feel neglected like I used to feel in my past. What can I do now to move forward from it? Well, there's a couple things I can do now. I can choose to not care that I'm not heard. I can choose that this person is not understanding me and is not understanding my point, and I could choose to just let them be, because it's not going to get anywhere by arguing. It's not going to get anywhere by puffing your chest or having a piss contest with each other. So I can choose to just say, you know what? I can truly agree to disagree, that you're not understanding where I'm coming from right now, and be able to walk away with it and be able to be at peace with it. Because we can't control what other people do or other people feel. We can only control what we feel and how it affects us. So within those 3 stages, that is some way that we can help with a little bit of inner work, is really digging deep and understanding the points that got us to where we are. You could do this when we're sad, or, anytime that something is bothering you and you don't like the feelings that are coming up, or that are, you don't like the person that you are in that moment. You're not vibrating high enough. You're not your best self in that moment. Figuring out what the feelings are doing to you, where they came from, and now how you can move forward from it. How can you decide to, okay, I recognize that this is how I feel and this is why I feel like that, and I'm going to choose to move forward from here. I hope that made sense. I don't want to keep this too long, but this is just another step in understanding how to really gain that confidence that you need. You have to do the work and understand you are where you are because of where you came from, but you're going different places and you're choosing that right now. So, healthy mind over everything. I hope that made sense. Have a great day, guys.